Well, hello there.
Hi. Do you
And
remember who we are?
I don't.
Neither do I.
Oh, sorry, I hit the table, my knee. Welcome to Needles at the Ready. I'm Kevin.
I'm Ray.
And this is episode 152 of our YouTube channel where we talk about knitting and crocheting, but not today.
Not today. I don't have crochet today.
Yarn buying and dyeing and spinning, all that stuff. And it has been a month.
What? I know.
It was an unplanned.
It was unplanned.
And so, all right. So when we recorded last time, we weren't sure if we were going to be going to Vogue Knitting Live, which happened to fall 2 weeks ago, which we normally would record.
Mm-hmm.
So in that 2 weeks, we decided that we were going to go. And then we had some plans oh, maybe we'll record on Friday. That didn't happen. And then we're like, oh, maybe we'll record on Sunday when we got home, and that didn't happen. So now here we are, 1 month later.
1 month later. Yeah, we had a little holiday.
We did, and it's actually funny because, like we said, the episode, one or two episodes before that, we had talked about how we had only
I think
missed...
in our 150th episode, we were doing the math and very proud of the fact that we only missed 5.
In 6 years or whatever the case was. So there we are. So here we are. And it's good, nice to be back.
That was our miss in 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We think. But it's nice to be back, and it's going to be nice to chat about all the yarny things. We have a good number of FOs.
I think so. I have 3.
I have 4.
Yeah.
Kind of 5-ish, really. And I only have one thing that I've been working on.
I have 2 things that I've been working on. 3 things that I've been working on.
So I think it's been a productive month for us. So we'll do we have no admin-y stuff.
No, I don't think so. Do we have... No, I don't think so.
No, we have nothing going on. Mm-mm. So we'll just jump into kind of what we've been up to for the past month.
Work is calling me.
Okay, Ray's going to go
Step
talk
away
to
for
work.
one
I'm going to talk about what we've been up to for the past month. So let's see. As we all know, here in the U.S., the weather was horrendous. On the East Coast, we had that big snowstorm, and we got here in Stratford about 15 inches of snow. But before and after that, we followed it up with really cold weather. We had about a good 2 weeks of weather that was below 30 degrees. So it really made it awful to try to do stuff, to go out of the house. It wasn't a pleasant experience to leave your house. During the snowstorm, this is the first time this has ever happened. And Ray's been a nurse for, I don't know, let's say 15 years. 15 years? Maybe. Okay, whatever. So for the snowstorm, because it was so bad in the area of the state that he works in, they were calling for much more snow than we were getting down here along the coast. So they were anticipating getting, I think it was about 2 feet or more of snow. So in order to prepare for that, they had to, all the staff kind of had to go in and stay the night. So Ray went into work that Sunday morning of the storm. He left here around 8 a.m. to get there prior to the snow really starting and getting bad. And he had to stay the night at work. And so stayed all night Sunday, came home Monday evening, left his normal time around 5 to come home. So that was fun. So I shoveled on Monday and had a really generous neighbor from 2 houses down come down with their snowblower to help me. And then there was this father and daughter who the father has a business and he does some snow removal and those type of odd job things. And he stopped and he asked if I needed some help. I was absolutely, please come help me. And him and his daughter came out, helped shoveled. I paid them, got his card so that I could use him in the future, which was great. Just to do odd jobs around the house and stuff like that. So that was really, really nice and super helpful. Even with their help, it still took a good hour and a half to kind of clear out the snow from the driveway and the sidewalk. And then when Ray comes up, I'll ask him to show some pictures of his setup, because he brought his spinning, his knitting to work, and he set up a little station in his office to kind of do some stuff. So I think it'd be fun for him to show the picture of that station. And then we went to Vogue. So Vogue was the weekend of January, I think 31st. Let's see. January. All right, so I believe it started technically on the 29th and lasted until February 1st. Ray and I went into the city on the 30th. Because we waited so long to decide to go, we were not able to get a hotel at the location. So Vogue Knitting Live is held at the Marriott Marquis in Times Square. And they have like a discount code type of thing. If you're staying there, you get a little bit of a discount on the room. By the time we checked, the only room available was like $1,000 a night. So we said no to that. And we stayed literally just one block over at a Hyatt. It took us about 2 minutes to walk from our hotel to the hotel that the event was at. So we got into the city early afternoon on Friday. I want to say we got there around 1:30, walked to the hotel, checked in, and then we went and grabbed some lunch at a Raising Cane's, which we had never been to, and their chicken is fantastic. Actually, all of it was quite good, except the sauce. Ray didn't like the sauce, and they didn't have barbecue sauce or like rancher dipping sauce like that. Only their house sauce and ketchup. So we did that. Then we went and we were trying to walk around the city, but it was so cold. Like it was 20 something degrees, but then you had the wind. And with the wind, I think it was like 0 degrees. It wasn't fun. We went into a Disney store because Ray wanted to get warm and spent a little time there. And then we went to the hotel and we met up with Lori and Marnie and we had some drinks and hung out. Then after that, so we met up with Lori of Skein Yarn Shop. And after we had our drinks, we went back to our hotel and we had dinner plans that evening with Michael from Upland Fiber Co., Kate of the Knitting Posse, Lori from Skein, Angie of Twinkle Dimple. We went to a restaurant called 44 and 10th, maybe? 44 and 10 in Hell's Kitchen. It was a lovely meal. I know everybody, my drink was not good. Nobody understood how I finished it. It tasted like a Christmas tree. I had a nice chicken. Ray had some steak frites. Michael had like a turkey meatloaf, but it was just a really, really nice restaurant. Fantastic food, great meal. Had a ton of laughs. Great catching up with people because we hadn't seen Kate in a while. We hadn't seen Michael in a while. I'm at Friday evening at 44 and 10.
What a great restaurant.
I did.
Food was good.
It was. So you need to please show pictures of your desk setup during the snowstorm because I told them how you had to stay at work.
I did. I had to stay at work. It was not a great experience. I did not get any sleep. Maybe an hour.
Yeah, you said like 2 hours, like 3:30 to 5:30.
Yeah, it was rough. But yeah, here's my. Oh, I got some pictures from Vogue. This was my crafting setup. I had delusions of grandeur when I got into work. I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring my crafting. Like, I'm just kind of there for support, and I can get a lot done. And then it didn't end up happening so much. But here is what my table looked like. So if you know. I brought my e-spinner. That's the Dove. It's getting a little bit blown out here, but
Turn your brightness down.
Yeah, how? Tell me how. Oh, great job.
Let's see if that might be better.
And then you can see the panels of my cardigan.
Until
it blew out just now. That I was planning on seaming together. And then this was my sleeping. I have a couch in my office, and so this was my bed.
So comfy looking.
So comfy. But do you see the emotional support chicken? And this is where I keep all of my like felted friends and things like that in there. As well.
Something to think about. So we know that this is our third episode with a new microphone. So we know over the last 2 episodes, we got some comments where sometimes it was a little bit hard to hear. So we've made some adjustments to it. We've brought it a little bit closer. So hopefully you can hear us a little bit better. If not, just let us know because we'll continue to work on it. It's a completely different brand than what we're used to using. So we're trying to figure out the right, what's that word? Right setup for it to pick up our voices without us having to like scream, but also without picking up a ton of background noise.
True.
All right. So yeah. So all right. So we did the dinner Friday night at 44 and 10.
Yeah, it was really a cool experience. It was probably the best steak I have had.
It was just a fantastic meal. I told them the drinks were good except mine.
Yeah, I had
a really awful
Well, I don't know why you didn't send it back.
Because I'm not that person.
I know, but it's not a bad thing. If you don't like it, just,
I know, but I finished it.
You can still pay for it, just order a second one. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
New York drink prices. Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, but that was good.
And then I think after dinner we just went back to the hotel. Yes.
Yeah. Did you talk about how we met up with Lori?
Yep. And Marnie and had some drinks there.
Yeah.
I mentioned everybody who was at dinner on Friday night, and then Saturday morning, we all got up. We got up and went to breakfast at
Junior's.
Junior's is right across the street from the
convenient
Marriott Marquis. Really, really convenient. People were not super happy that we were getting up early and having breakfast at 9. Some people would have preferred like a 10 a.m. breakfast, but they were champs and we met up at 9. So it was our same dinner party, showed up for breakfast.
Yeah.
With it, and then in addition to that, Jen.
Yes.
Also met us for breakfast. And then after that, we went to Vogue Knitting Live and we spent the day there. What was really different this year, and one of our hesitations about going this year, is that last year the energy just felt off.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know what was different last year, but this year the energy was completely different.
I felt that too.
Yeah. It was definitely there was more buzz, more energy in the air. It wasn't like, I don't know, like last year kind of felt flat. It felt deflating when you walked in, type of thing. This year, it would like, I had a great time. We got to see a bunch of friends, walk around. Like, it didn't feel rushed. We got to go.
No, we took our time. Like, we got there. It's not a huge thing where you can't do it in a day, you know,
not at all.
And so it's on the 5th and 6th floor in like their ballrooms or conference rooms or whatever it is. So we walked through. We didn't want to make any purchases until we saw both, you know.
Yep.
We were really good about that. So we went through the 5th floor, you know, saw some things, made some mental notes. I kept some notes in my phone. Went to the 6th floor, and then we decided to go back down to the 5th floor and actually start our shopping, which we were pretty reserved considering who we are.
Yeah, considering us, we did really, really well with our purchasing. We got to really this time, I really think it was more about just seeing people. Like we got to see Renee and Rachel from Table 10, Tashi, Mia, Izzy, Kelly. Next year, Kelly, you got to show up next year. We got to see Edna, who's lovely. Edna's husband wasn't there, and Edna, when we ran into her at Rhinebeck, it's always a joy to run into her and her husband, and we were joking about it. And I told her how, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, it was our first Vogue. She was so kind, and we were on the 8th floor at one of the restaurants, just like sitting down. A lot of people go there to knit and chat. And we were there, and she found us, and she brought us these cookies that were delicious. And I mentioned to her at Rhinebeck how, like, she saved me that day. Like, I really needed something, and the cookies hit the spot. And she was super kind, and she brought them again this year for us.
She did.
And they saved us on Sunday and Monday, which we'll get to.
I ate a whole sleeve of them. They were gone within 24 hours.
As of Sunday. Because I think we both finished ours between Sunday and Monday.
Yeah. I might have finished mine on Sunday. No, I had some on Monday.
We opened them Sunday on the train.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
were good.
They were. They were.
We also
delicious.
saw.
I still have the tag downstairs, so I know what they are.
Oh, jeez.
We
You did? You saved them? I wonder if we can get them around here. I'm sure we can.
Probably.
Yeah. We saw Christopher and Mark.
Yep. Christopher and
Fresh
Mark.
Pearl. It was nice to see them.
I know. I'm trying to think who else. Like we just got to chat with so many.
Max and Tanya.
Max and Tanya, of course.
We ran into. It was great.
It was a nice time.
Yeah.
So we did that actually. I think 11 of 3 or 4-ish.
Yep.
I don't know what we did for lunch that day. We didn't.
We went to.
We didn't have lunch that day.
We had to have.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Did we?
I don't think we did. You and I went back to the hotel and we rested for a bit. Like we laid down. Which I rarely do. Like I actually like.
I know. I almost fell asleep.
We were really tired, and we had dinner plans that evening. Our tradition now is on Saturday evening. Kate makes a reservation for us at Isle of Capri, and we go out as a group for dinner. So it was a very large group. It was so much freaking fun. We had the two of us, Renee and Rachel, Max, Tanya, her 2 sisters. Why do I feel like one of her sisters' name is like Edith?
I'm really terrible with names, so just don't ask me. I ask Kevin all the time.
Okay.
It's like Devil Wears Prada all the time.
I whisper in his ear all the time. He's like, "Who's that?" And then Beth McDonald.
Rachel and Renee.
Yeah, that's Rachel and Renee from Tabletop. That's Kate from the Knitting Posse.
Right.
Kate, Beth McDonald Stone.
She's so lovely.
Yeah.
She really is so lovely.
What's great about something like that is it's the one time of year that we actually get to see Beth typically. Maybe we run into her at Rhinebeck, but where we get to sit down, have some food, have some drinks, have fantastic conversations, laugh a ton. So we did that, and then we went out to a bar afterwards that was in a basement, and we closed that place down like we were 20.
Yeah, I don't know the name of it.
Neither do I. But that was so much fun.
And we closed the place. It was like 2:00.
Yeah. And Lori and Angie met us there.
Yes.
And it was just a fantastic evening. Yeah. One of my favorite nights that I've had in a really long time. It
really is the people. And we've said this, from the beginning. It's just this community and it's the people that we have been so lucky to get to know.
And call friends.
Yeah. It's incredible.
We did miss Kim and Laura.
We did miss Kim and Laura. And Sue. Yeah. They had previous engagements.
Hopefully soon we can make some plans and see Kim and Laura because we haven't seen them since
we need to do that.
And then
when Sunday, did we eat at Raising Cane?
You and I went there Friday when we got into the city. We went, checked in, and went to Raising Cane.
I can't believe that we didn't have lunch. We had to have had lunch.
No, because we had a really big breakfast. We had a lot of food the night before, and we knew we were going to have a really heavy dinner or large dinner. Wow. And then. Like me. Yeah, so we got back to our hotel like 2:30 in the morning, slept, and woke up, showered, and caught an early train and got home. And then these 2 weeks, Ray was sick. By the time we got home on Sunday, Ray was sick and had to take time off of work. And
which I never, ever do.
No. Went back to work that Thursday. And then that Friday, he came home from work, and he thought his time with the illness was so good, he gave it to me.
Yeah.
And I was sick up.
It was worth the share.
And we're both, I feel like, still recovering.
It was negative. We were negative for flu, negative for COVID. It just was an upper respiratory.
Congested. Body tired mess.
Yeah. It felt like the flu.
It did. The test could lie,
I mean, maybe.
But whatever.
Totally could have been. But it was also like maybe being out in the cold. Although I thought my allergies were bothering me throughout the weekend.
Right. But it may have been.
Yeah, it could have. Maybe it was a start of this.
It could have.
But usually when I get sick, I don't know why, but like if I have a bad allergy situation, plus with the cold, your nose is like runny. I know, not to be gross or anything like that, but anyway,
that's been our 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So now that we've been chit-chatting away for 20 minutes, let's get into some knitting.
Let's do it.
All right.
Shall we?
I have 4 FOs. You have how many? 3?
3.
All right. So I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, so first up is what I am wearing. I finished my sweater. This is a pattern by Alicia Plummer. It is called The Wintering. It is a $9 pattern. Let's pick this picture. Actually, let's throw the pen down. So again, this is The Wintering by Alicia Plummer. It is an Aran weight sweater.
Wait, can I interrupt? So we took a group picture.
That's a really good picture.
It's a great picture of us. I don't know why I didn't post it. I don't have a memory of taking the picture. Maybe that's why. But we all look wide awake and really great. This was at 1:37 a.m.
Tanya and her sisters have left by then.
They must have left already.
Yeah, they left a little.
But this was the group that we went out with. What a great.
And who were we walking back
time.
to the hotel?
We all walked back to the hotel.
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, it was freezing.
I know. All right, so back to the wintering. So again, Alicia Plummer. It is an Aran weight sweater. It is knit bottom up. And the pattern calls for a US 8 and a US 6. The yarn that I used was, or is, Barocco Millstone Tweed. This is in the colorway Slate. And these are 50-gram balls. They are 97 yards. It is 60% wool, 20% polyamide, and 20% viscose. I purchased the yarn from Skein Yarn Shop.
Yeah.
I got 11 balls of yarn. This is what I have left. So I have 19 grams left of my 11 balls.
Wow. This sweater is stunning, Kevin.
Thank you.
The yarn is gorge.
Love this sweater so much. So I used the recommended needle sizes, but what I did, so it was a US 6 or a 4 millimeter and a US 8, which is a 5 millimeter. What I did is, because my gauge was looser than the pattern called for, I went down a sweater size with the hopes that I would get the fourth size. So I did size 3 with the intention of getting the measurements for the size 4. And it worked out really, really well.
Perfectly.
So let's stand up.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep this open. You're reading?
So here's my bottom hem. It is a rolled hem. I did 11 rounds of 1x1 rib before I started the body. I knit the body to measurement. I think it's whatever the measurement is. And what I love, if you can see, is there is a little
detail. Like a little set-in sleeve almost. It looks like a set-in sleeve.
Where's the... Here, there's a little detail for the shaping of the underarm, which I really, really like. It kind of looks like a raglan. Oh, it's right here. Really, really nice detail. It pops out a little bit, which I like that. Like I like a thick raglan, so I like that it's a little visible. And then once you split for sleeves, you work the back. And you do some short rows in there with Japanese short rows. Then you pick up and knit the left front, right front. Do some shaping along the neckline. Then you do a 3-needle bind off, and your 3-needle bind off ends up being a little bit lower than your actual shoulder. So it gives you a little more length on your back, which I love. Then you pick up and do the sleeves. So what I had to do for the sleeve is I had to adjust it a bit, because in the pattern, she does say that you knit a certain number of rows or until you reach a certain length. If you do the length versus the rows, you kind of have to adjust your sleeve pickup because you're going to have more rows. So you either have to pick up... I try to pick up less stitches, so I just like spread them out a little bit more so that I had the same number at the end.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing was I like knit 2 and then skipped 1 and did that around, I think. either way, it worked out really, really well.
It's stunning. It really is great. You got a lot of compliments. The yarn in person, a lot of people made comments because we did talk about in the last as Kevin was knitting this, just how much color is in here, and you really can't see it unless you're up close. It's there's greens and yellows and blues. It's so cool.
It's a beautiful yarn.
Yeah.
For the sleeves, I followed the decreases, but I wanted a little more length. So I just knit an additional 4 rows. I did 3 additional rows at the US 8. Then I switched my needle size and did 1 row at the US 6. And then I did my ribbing. And you do the ribbing, then you do a little stockinette, so you get the nice little roll.
Yeah, great call.
And then for the collar, I picked up my stitches. What I did, and this is based on what I did with my Finest Kind. The first time I knit the Finest Kind and did my neck, I thought my neck was too wide. So I picked up the stitches and then I decreased 14 in my first round of ribbing. And I went to I think it's called the Whirled. Is it Whirled Knitting Calculator? There is a website. Yeah. If you're looking to do decreases or increases evenly.
Let's see if we can find that. We can link it down below.
There is a website that I go to and you say how many stitches you have and how many stitches you want to get to, and it will give you the recipe to get there. So it's really, really helpful.
Evenly decrease, right? Or increase.
Right? It can be difficult because a lot of patterns say decrease evenly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how am I doing that?
Right.
I don't know that stuff. So this is super helpful. So we'll link it down below. So I decreased 14 stitches in my first round of ribbing, and then just did a 1x1 rib, stockinette, so I can get the bind off. And the bind off I used for this is new to me. I think it's called a Ruke, Ruke bind off, where it's like an Italian. It's almost like an Italian, but you put your yarn on your tapestry needle and you put it through 3 stitches, drop 1, 3 stitches, drop 1, and you do that all the way around, and it makes for a decent bind off. I like the look of it.
I do too. I think it was a good call to add the extra length to your sleeves. Really, it fits you perfectly. It was made for you.
And what I like about this pattern as well is that in this photo here, you can see that it has kind of a turtleneck here. So the pattern does come with 2 options. It has the option for that turtleneck version, or it has the crew neck. I did not realize that because I don't read a pattern. So I was like, oh, I'll just follow the pattern for Finest Kind. And then I get to that. What I want to do is there's a crew neck version. Yeah. And that's what I did. So this is the most sweatshirty sweater that I've knit. So if you want a sweatshirty sweater, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend this yarn.
Yeah.
It being an Aran weight, and you're talking, I have 500 grams in here at least, because that's 10.5 balls.
Yeah.
It's not heavy by any means. It's a very light sweater. I was concerned with the weight of it as I was knitting it. And knowing that I was using much more yarn than I had used in my Finest Kind. And they're pretty much identical, right? But
this is more of a worsted spun yarn, yeah? Instead of a woolen. It's not as woolen spun as the one we used for Finest Kind.
No, this is
that was fluffier and
right. So that one's woolen. This isn't worsted spun per se because it's a really thin yarn. It's 2-ply.
Oh yeah, it is airy.
The one thing I will say about this yarn is it doesn't have any structure or definition.
Look at the color pops in there.
It's really beautiful.
It's so cool.
I love the color of it. I love the fit of this. I'm surprised I actually haven't worn it more, to be honest with you, but I haven't been out. We've been sick pretty much for 2 weeks in this house. So yeah, I highly recommend this pattern. I think you would love it. I really do. It's such a good pattern. It's a great sweater. It fits well. And something I watched a video recently, and the person was talking about sweaters for men and said how drop shoulders are really good sweater patterns for men.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. But I love this.
Yeah, I love it. The fit is great.
Yeah, I didn't have to aggressively block it to get the size that I want. I only really blocked my chest to, I think, 23 inches so that I got 46, which I was comfortable with. And yeah, again, just, I can't recommend it enough. I think it's a great pattern. And for $9 and you get the two, options on the collar, I think you could do, yeah.
I mean, you could probably do worsted weight or
you definitely
whatever.
could,
you can change
as long as you get gauge. You could certainly do worsted weight.
Yeah,
it'd be, you know what?
There are a lot of sizes available too. It looks like
I would love a fingering weight version of this.
Oh. Well, maybe Alicia will come out with a fingering.
Or I just got to check her patterns and see if she has one.
She probably does. She's got.
Or DK even, because I love a DK sweater.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, all right. Wintering, Alicia Plummer, $9. And Barocco, Millstone Tweed. Highly recommend. I just wouldn't do cables with this. I don't think it has enough definition or structure to be a good yarn for cables, in my opinion.
Okay.
Let's see. Is there anything else I want to say?
You might lose some of it with the...
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Great. Nicely done.
And I'm keeping up with my knitting notebook.
Yeah. That's a nice notebook.
It is. I got it for Christmas.
Who got that for you?
You. And I have my Cabaccang Sport fountain pen.
I love this for you. Okay, I can go. I have been wearing this. I wore this the entire weekend at Vogue. This is finished. I finished this a while ago. Yeah, about a month ago, obviously, because we haven't podcasted.
We both finished these, I think, the week of Vogue.
Yeah.
That we went to Vogue.
That's right. This is the Jaunty by Andrea Mowry. And this is using 2 skeins of my Handspun, which I'm really excited about. And this is the very first project I've ever knit with my own Handspun. I think it came out really nice. It's super squishy. I love the way that the colors play with this. It's incredibly warm and cozy and like extremely bouncy and squishy.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. So this is about 200 grams of yarn, I think. I didn't have much left over. I don't know where my leftovers are. But this was great. I was able to wear this even under a jacket, and it worked out perfectly because it was so cold in New York that weekend.
So here, just so you guys can see, this is the Jaunty by Andrea Mowry, which is an $8 pattern on Ravelry. It's made so you can do any weight of yarn in any size that you want to make.
So I knit with the instructions for the DK version, and I kept everything the same in there. And you basically just knit until you have you've used up 45% of your yarn, and then you start your decreases. It is fisherman's rib, which half fisherman's rib, which don't get nervous if you've never done that before. I personally found it very interesting and very like meditative. We did run into somebody the weekend of Vogue who said they did not like fisherman's rib. They did not find it meditative. So, there's so many different things you can do out there. It's totally fine. But I do think that this is beginner friendly. A fisherman's rib, I do. And I think for me, it was exactly what I needed at that time to do that meditative knitting.
Something that's really interesting with this pattern too, and I don't remember if it's in the pattern itself or if it was on Andrea's YouTube channel, where she talked about when she was making this pattern. She also says like have fun with it and try different techniques. So you could use the construction of it and not do the fisherman's rib.
Oh yeah, you don't.
You could totally just do garter.
Yeah.
Or you could do like, I don't know, maybe like a seed stitch or a moss stitch or something. So you could totally make it your own just using the recipe for it.
And the shaping is really, really easy. You start at the smallest point, and you only increase on one size every so many rows. On one side every so many rows. So if you're knitting up this way, you just do a left leaning increase or right leaning increase, depending on right leaning increase.
Yep.
However you want to.
Well, if you were to change the pattern.
If you were to change the pattern,
Yeah.
I like the idea of garter. I think that would be really squishy. If stockinette would be really drapey, depending on if
I would say the garter would mimic like a, what's that called? Sophie scarf, right? Isn't that garter?
Is Sophie garter or is Sophie stockinette?
I think it's garter. So I think it would mimic kind of like a Sophie, but you could use it and do like, I don't know. You could do garter and stockinette.
Yeah. And even though it's written with the intention of using like a handspun or a yarn like this, you don't have to.
No.
This is my third one that I've knit.
Yeah.
And I knit one solid, one variegated, one solid non-superwash, one variegated superwash fingering, and one handspun. So you really can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I was a little bit, just as an aside, knitting with my handspun. I don't know if I was as prepared for some of the inconsistencies in the spinning, and I found myself just full transparency. I was finding myself being very disappointed, kind of in not looking forward to.
Oh, okay.
Like a little disappointed, like with how it was turning out, at the time. So I'm like, that's a big blip. Oh, that's a small section. Oh, that's a big blip.
That, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, not that I'm, you all know me if you've been watching for a while. I tend to leave in my mistakes. They're not mistakes, right? Or I just squeak in an extra increase here or whatever we need to do. But I have to say, I really love the personality of this shawl.
Yeah, and I think what the beauty of knitting with your handspun is that you see those as you're knitting them. You can feel it sometimes. Yeah. Actually, before you see it going through your finger, you could feel the blip, or you could feel that ropey section.
Yep.
But once you finish a project and you block it, the beauty of that is it shows you that kind of doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It blends in, and it and blocking helps anyways, like even out your stitches. So it really doesn't impact the final project. It really it's beautiful to knit with your handspun. Like really, if you are a spinner and you haven't, and you look at it and you're like, oh, this is gross, I don't want to use this. Use it in a hat, use it in a scarf or something. Just use it to see how it what's the word I'm looking for? See how it behaves in a project. Also, it gives you a really good insight into how you spin and how you want to spin.
Right. Like I used this as a gauge for, to slow down with my spinning and just to kind of be more conscious of it, more aware of it.
Yeah.
The fiber that I used was from Dirty Girl Yarns. And we saw them again. We saw her again at Vogue. There was no colorway names, but I did use a tonal red as well as a variegated kind of gray and red to create this. And I did a 2-ply. I don't remember the makeup of it.
It's Rambouillet.
100% Rambouillet.
Yeah.
I will say it is super soft, and it's getting a little halo almost. A little bit.
Oh, I can see
Can you see, like I said, I've been wearing the you-know-what out of this.
That's also our beards.
Yes.
Cause that to happen too.
And then if it's under a jacket, rubbing up against the jacket or whatever, it's not doing anything to the overall project. It's making it feel a little bit more lived in, but just wanted to share that. I'm very, very proud of this. I was very excited to wear this all weekend. And
we had 4 hand-spun jaunties with us on
I know,
Saturday night.
I don't know if you have the picture of it.
I may not have put it in the group. It's not a great picture.
Oh, no?
No. Hold on. I'll see if I can find it. It's really dark. I may have to... What I should do is I should just go in and edit it.
I know. That's the hard part. Not the hard part. It's just one of the trade-offs, right? When we try to be so in the moment. Not try to be. We just are so in the moment at some of these events that we don't take as many pictures.
No,
What? Oh, it was also dark inside there.
It was really dark. Hold on. Let's see if I can.
It's okay. It's all right. So, so again, Jaunty, I would absolutely do another one.
Here, this is an awful
No
picture,
problem.
but there's the four of us in our jaunties at a bar.
The same bar.
The same bar. And
what time was that?
Oh, that's early. That's only at 11 o'clock.
Oh, look at that. We looked worse at 11 o'clock than we did at 1:37. So, yes, that's my jaunty. And I think I told you I knit this with the recommended needles, and
I think you did the 5
from the DK. I did a US 5.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have it.
Which is a 3.75 millimeter.
Oh, I do. Look at this. Okay. I used a US 5, 100% Rambouillet, which I already said. Colorway, none was listed. I started to keep track of my my knits as well. Kevin kept saying,
you should
put it in your journal. Don't forget to put it in your journal, because we did journals years ago and loved it.
I know.
It was great. So here we are back again. So I did the DK / light worsted, about 200 grams of yarn. So yeah, US 5. You can do whatever size you want to. But that's that.
So let's see. We talked about the jaunty. We talked about the wintering. Okay.
Oh, you have... Wow, you look how organized you are.
I know, right? All right.
Holy crap.
So next up is... This was my... I need something easy to bring to Vogue with us so that I can knit on the train.
Yeah.
So it actually... it also led to the whip that I'll show later. So this is a new to me hat pattern. It is a free pattern from Pearl Soho. It is called the Simply Hemmed Hat. It is meant for DK weight yarn and uses a US 4 3.5 millimeter needle and a US 5 3.75 millimeter needle. The yarn that I used was actually caked up on the shelf behind me. This is some Juniper Moon Farm Blueface Leicester, 100% wool, 100 grams for 202 yards. And this is the colorway Dijon.
Oh, I can see that.
This is what I have left. I have 30 grams left of the 100 gram skein, so it used a good amount.
That's great.
And this is the hat.
It looks good. It reminds me of the Oslo.
It
a little.
Does a little.
Oh, it fits you nice.
I would say...
Looks warm.
I probably should have gone up a size.
Mm. You know, that might not be a bad gift for Dominic. Or Reese.
Maybe. It's a non-superwash. So Reese, yes. Because I could tell Reese to only hand wash it and she'll listen.
Yeah.
So I knit the adult small. It comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sizes. So I knit the 4th size, which is an adult small. Because I know I'm a bit of a looser knitter, so I thought it might be okay.
And it goes from small to adult large. So there's no adult medium.
Right. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed it. It's all stockinette, and then you just pick up your cast on edge and knit 2 together with the needle on your left hand needle. I did mess up a bit here. You could see I have like a little bit of that pucker there because I had too many stitches at the end. So there's that little pucker.
I'm surprised you left it.
I'm surprised too. Honest to gosh, I almost ripped back.
I bet you did.
I was about here on it, and every time I got to this little section, it irritated the crap out of me. And I almost ripped it back, but I was... What was it? It was Monday, and I was sick, but I just started feeling a little bit better, either Monday or Tuesday. And I was like, I haven't knit. I want to knit because I'm starting to get some more energy. So I was like, you know what? Let's just pick this up and let's just knit. I had a feeling it wouldn't fit me. I think it actually fits me okay, but I had a feeling it might be a gift knit. So I was like, they will never know. They're never going to see it. So,
unless you give it to another knitter.
Right. So what else? So yeah, I did that. Oh, you know what I did too? So with the crown decreases, you know, I don't know why I did this. I just wanted to try. I've been interested in all those like, oh, make your SSKs prettier than
Yeah.
what they normally look like. So I went and I used the Patty Lyons method. Like I looked at it and I don't see any difference, to be honest with you. And the reason could be because I did a knit two together and then an SSK. I wonder if, you know, there was space between those two,
Yeah.
if it would look a little bit different. But I don't think it looks any,
Hmm.
like, I don't see any difference in my SSK.
No, your stitches look really even, all, like your stockinette stitches all over.
Um,
I like that it's only a 4-point.
yeah, I do like
it
that.
looks cool.
What else can I say about this? I would definitely recommend this. It's a good like free pattern.
Yeah.
So, and it's another option if you just want to go round and round and not do anything crazy. The brim isn't as long as an Oslo. You knit 5 inches total.
Oh. And then you fold it. So it's 2.5-inch brim.
Yeah, but you knit 2.5 inches on your smaller needles for the inside of the brim. Once you get to 2.5 inches, you switch to your larger needles for the second part of it.
Oh, that's
so that goes
interesting.
just a little bit quicker because now you're on larger needles,
Yeah.
and then you pick up. So this didn't take long at all.
That's a cool detail.
Yeah. You actually cast on with your larger needles too. So you cast on larger needles, immediately change to your smaller, 2.5 inches, switch again, 2.5 inches, and then you just knit.
And this is a free pattern?
Yes.
That's great.
Free pattern. So again, oh, I haven't shown it.
I feel like
And
you
it's-
zoomed through this.
I did. I mean, it took me a couple weeks.
Well,
This is the pattern. Here goes some colors. I love the how
I
they
like
look.
that. Me too. I bet this would look really cool with like a heathered yarn.
It wouldn't if you're somebody who likes to embellish your knits.
Mm.
You know, do some embroidery on it. It's
Yeah.
a really good basic pattern to
For
do
sure.
that with,
Oh yeah, I can see that. That would be cool.
right?
Yeah. Like putting some flowers or something like
Yeah.
that.
I think again, it's another good one if you just wanted to mess around with color work in this section. You could do a little color work here. You could do some on this part of the brim. Just put your own little like Pacific knit code.
Yeah, and then the floats would be on the inside.
Yeah.
Fold it over.
Yeah. So this is a good pattern. If you're looking for a nice DK weight free pattern, try this. Simply Hemmed Hat by Pearl Soho.
Nice. I'm sorry. What was the weight? DK.
DK.
Yeah.
All right. That was project number 2.
That's lovely. I also opted to cast on a hat, so I would have something to work on the train, and in New York. So I cast on a Lyall cap,
Cap.
by
It is a pattern by
Nancy Ekvall.
Ekvall for Blue Sky Fibers.
Yes. I used some stash yarn. This is Plies and Hellhounds. This is on the Revival DK base, so it's a 50% non-superwash Kent Romney and a 37.5% BFL and 12.5% brown BFL. It was 100 grams. I have a ton left over.
Yeah, you really do.
The Lyall cap, it's such a fast, so fast,
I love
and
it.
it's a great hat. I did what size did I
There's
do?
only one size.
Oh yeah, there's only one size.
Here's the pattern.
Yep.
I've made like 6 of these.
Yeah. I've made a few of these as well. Sometimes I'll knit the brim a little bit longer, but I did the recommended number of rows for the brim. You don't change needle size or anything like that. Did all the decreases and everything. I think it's cute.
Yeah, it's a free pattern as
Yeah,
well. And
totally.
I've done it out of Handspun, and it looks great in Handspun.
Yeah.
So that is another good free hat pattern for DK weight yarn.
Yeah. It was, and it was so, it's great for social knitting for me,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know, like when we were hanging out actually, I didn't bring this to knit on at all.
We didn't.
I knit it on the hotel and on the train.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. Well, anyway, it is great social knitting, even though I didn't do any social knitting with it. But I love it. I love the drape. I love the style. I think you look excellent in this. I think I look
Thank you.
okay in it too.
No, it looks good on you. It's not for you, I think. You might like it a little bit more if you added a little more length because you really enjoy a super slouchy.
I do, but this has slouch enough. Like,
Yeah.
look at what I
It's
still
just
have.
a little. It's just enough. That's why I like it.
I think so too. I actually really like it. The yarn was great to work with. This came from. I have a problem with surprises. So I'm a sucker if you wrap up yarn in some brown paper and you say it's a mystery skein. Sign me up, I'm there.
Ray's gonna buy it.
Plies and Hellhounds does this every, well, at least that that we've been to, every show that we see them at, and we see them at quite a few.
I know, and I'm trying to figure out which one you bought that at.
So this one I believe I got at Connecticut Sheep and Wool.
I was gonna say I think you got that at Indy.
You're right. I got this one at Indy.
I don't remember what Connecticut Sheep and Wool was though. Do you?
Connecticut Sheep and Wool, they had.
I thought it was a fingering weight skein.
It might have been. I don't know. Regardless, and the mystery skeins are like tests that they do or leftover things or something new that they were going to try. The colorway is called Withdrawing, test number 2. So she was testing out some colors. I think this is great. I love the color. This is a very nice green. I don't really have much more to say except super easy. I could probably do a second one, or I wonder if I have enough to do fingerless mitts.
Yeah, I would do fingerless.
I have to weigh this. I didn't weigh this.
I'm sure.
I also did something that I usually don't do is I pulled from the center, which I don't do because I had it in a smaller bag.
Yeah.
So that I can clip it to we carry like
we have a Belroy sling bag.
Sling bags. And it's nice. We use the Madder Root bags that have the clip. You know, thanks for helping me out. I appreciate that.
That's what I'm here for.
What's language? So anyway, I also in the bag put like scissors and tape measure and things like that. I don't know why I'm explaining this, but just in case you all are interested. So instead of pulling from the outside so it wouldn't get snagged on all the accoutrement that I had in that bag, I pulled from the middle, which what I don't do, and I hate the look of this right now, but it's okay.
Rewind it.
Maybe. I mean,
no, I would rewind it if you didn't like it.
I think it would look nice to do some really simple
paddle mitts.
Yeah, maybe not as long of a cuff. Maybe just like here.
Yeah. Actually, there's Alicia Plummer has some fingerless mitts, and it might be fisherman rib ones that I really, really want to make.
Well, that could be cool.
So we could buy the pattern.
Yeah, because that could be cool. I was also thinking of like the fireside mitts, but I don't think I have enough fire pit mitts?
From Taylor.
From Taylor.
Yeah, you have a pair of those.
I do, and I really like them. Yeah, I really like them. Anyway, I think something simple would look really cool.
Yeah. But here's a pro tip for you guys: if you need a
tip,
no,
what?
Well, not pro tip. I don't know why I said that.
You're such a pro.
If you're in the market. If you like bringing a sling bag with you places, check out Belroy's Venture slings. Ray and I now have a 2-liter and the 6-liter, and they're our favorite slings.
Yeah, they're really, really great. We'll show them. Maybe we'll show them one time. We're playing around with some additional ideas to bring some additional content to the channel, which could be really exciting this year. And some of our favorite things, our favorite care. I like that idea of like maybe something of like what we bring with us to
a festival,
like how we prepare for a festival or something like that.
That'd be really good to do before Rhinebeck.
Oh yeah, it could.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's that. I'm gonna keep it on. I think I like this.
Yes. All right. My next FO is my cowl that is called The Shift.
This is great.
By Andrea Mowry. I have wanted to make one of these for a very long time, and I just didn't want to spend the spin cycle money to make one because this would be a very expensive spin cycle knit. So I use some Handspun. This is a $7 pattern, and I really have found that I like that bandana style cowl. So I made mine out of Handspun, and this is my finished shift.
It's really cool.
I really love it.
I do too.
Except I don't think it's for me.
Okay.
I think this is going to be gifted to somebody. I don't know that these
Wow,
colors
that's
are
a
my colors.
Great gift.
Let's throw it on. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
I would wear this all the time. I think it's great. Like, I
Yeah.
typically would fold this under a little bit to
Yeah.
give a little more here. If you're out in the cold, you could be like, boop, and you're good. You don't have to fuss with it like you do with a shawl.
I think some of it, you know, I see what you're saying. I think some of it is your colors. Like you look really good in
Here.
like the golds. Yeah.
Right? This
Yes.
section here, the dark section.
Sure.
So as I was knitting it,
Can I put it on?
yeah, I thought it went from very autumnal type of colors
Yeah.
to very spring pastel-y colors.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
It is. It's really cool.
And it's really, really comfy.
Yeah.
Too. So let's talk about this
might look
project.
good for my mom. Or your mom.
Yeah, my mom may like it. All right. So, and it actually only took me, I knit this in just over a month. I cast it on January 1st. This was my New Year's Day cast on.
Yeah.
And I bound off on
good.
February 3rd.
Really
so
good.
I used 3 colors of Handspun. This was my first one. It was the Into the World odds and ends that I purchased in 2024. I had 146 grams when I started, and I have 97 left.
Oh.
So I used about 50 grams. Yeah. No, 40.
40.
About 40 grams. So this is what I have left over. This was my main color, color A. For color B, I had this, which was also Into the World. It was my April 2025 club called Choreography and Merriment. It's 100% Falkland. If I know this correctly, and I may be misspeaking, I think it's just Falkland Merino. I think that's just a type of merino. So this I had 105 grams, and I have 56 left. And then my third color...
What does that smell? Is this...
was this. That's probably cocoa and cashmere.
Yeah, it smells great.
So this was some fiber I picked up from Shirsty Cat Designs. It's 100% Polworth, and it had no colorway name. This is where... oh, and I'm sorry. This I had 79 grams of, which is odd. And I had 38 grams left. So each one I used about 40 grams.
You can really make a second
I could make a second one out of all this if I chose to do so.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
I
pick
think this is where...
No, it's this.
Really?
This had some ended up. So, yeah, no, you might be right. There was a spot down here.
See, I like this down here.
This is where I switched this as the background color for a bit. The majority of the shawl or cowl has this as your main color, your background. Then you go to this for a bit.
Yeah.
But then you get some...
I wonder if it's this
Where's
piece.
this? I don't know what it is. I think...
I mean, it's stunning regardless, but I see what you're saying for your colors.
It was actually when these two came together. Because this ended up getting some really, really light sections. So you have the light of this with the lightness of this.
Yeah.
Where it just ended up looking a little pastel-y to me.
Yeah, that's a good... It's right. It looks a little pastel-y in the middle.
I think it's stunning.
Oh, me too. Oh, 100%.
I love the knit.
Yeah.
And I will definitely make more of these because I think it's a great way to use different handspuns.
Yeah.
I just don't know if this one in particular is for me.
Yeah.
So I may
It's okay.
Just find some other spins for it. I don't know that I would combine what I have left with any of the spins that I currently have finished up there. I don't know though. If I did, it would be this one. Is the only one that's blue.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only one I kind of would throw in the mix, maybe. But it's a fantastic knit. It
really
is
is
meant for sport weight yarn. And it recommends knitting this on a US 5, a 3.75 millimeter needle, which I did. And there are over 16,000 of these made on Ravelry.
Holy cow.
That's a
That is a lot.
That's a lot of project. It's a fun project though. If you
Yeah.
like mosaic knitting, I would definitely recommend it.
Mm.
It was actually pretty easy to memorize the pattern. Once I got, I think maybe my first full repeat of the pattern done, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. And now I could read my
Right.
stitches
Right.
and figure out what I was to do for the row that you're doing the mosaic knitting in. Yeah, so that is My Shift by Andrea Maury.
Yeah. It really is absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed making it.
Yeah. And I do like the colors all together. I do see what you're saying though about
yeah,
being for you or
I'm just
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
I really
I get
think
it.
for me and for the colors that I like, I know I wanted to do something a bit different outside of colors that I may typically use. But the final piece, I just don't know if it's my color palette.
Yeah, I get you. My last FO is a spin. I finished this on January 19th. So this was like the day before we went. No, the week. I think right after our last podcast.
Yeah.
To be honest. So this has been sat for a while. This is using the December Club colorway from Into the World. It's called It's a Vibe. It's 4 ounces of Cheviott. And this is what it is.
That's a really good colorway.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah,
with
I
the
really
purples
like that.
and
the gray.
And the gray.
It's very it's very Halloweenish. I like that a lot. Yeah. I like that colorway.
So this is and I'm keeping track of the number of skein, like the number of skein that I've completed, skeins that I've completed. This is a 2-ply as well. And it's fun to see the progress, right? As like any new craft, as you learn more and get to know the craft and understand the craft. But yeah, I think I did pretty good job.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty even. I love the barber pulling on some of that there. The colors are really great. It's a very rustic yarn.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's going to be scratchy.
No,
I don't know. I don't think I've ever knit with Cheviott before.
I don't think I have either.
I will say that this was great to spin though. I didn't have any issues with the look how pretty.
Yeah, it's a really nice colorway.
Yeah. I didn't have any issues with the drafting or even the plying. It wanted to do its thing and I just let it do its thing. And it came out nice, I think. So that's my 6th completed spin so far.
Very nice.
Yeah. So I think it's lovely. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be even for me. I did a really poor job twisting this up. But that's okay.
Use the skein winder. That's what I do.
Yeah, I might. But I've already tied in the tag. So this is you probably can't see the whole thing. But this is my completed
spin bin.
Spin bin. Oh, I love that.
Right?
Did you just make that up?
I did. Right there on the spot. Look at me. So creative.
Trademark that stuff. Trademark it. This is going into my spin bin. Come on, guys. Let's get
catchy.
Let's get a sticker.
Should we do a flash or spin bin? Spin bin? Yeah, flash or spin bin.
Flash or spin bin.
Oops.
We'll leave that where it is.
All right. So my final FO is also a spin. This is years in the making, this one. At least 2, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's accurate.
So, this is a spin that I started for Ray in 2024. Is when the fiber was purchased. Possibly all of it. I don't think all of it, though. But maybe.
This is great. Oh,
and this is also my first 3-ply that I've done.
Yeah.
So here...
I can't. It is so me, too.
My spin. This is All right, so it's 3-ply. I used one braid from Cesium yarn. The colorway was called Quit Bugging Me, and it was 100% Shaniko top.
Ooh.
The second braid is from Into the World. It is called Bounty Hunter's Picnic, and it was 100% Falkland merino. And then the third skein was a braid from Murky Depths called Birds of a Feather, which is 100% Targhee. So we have 2 completed skeins. I actually have quite a bit of the Quit Bugging Me left. I spun that really, really thin, apparently.
Okay, let me show it closer.
And one skein is 129 grams.
Wow, look at that. So plump.
And the other skein is 148 grams.
That's so cool, Kev.
Thank you. I think I would say I got like a Sport DK weight out of it.
I would definitely say more of a sport.
I spun these really, really thin.
This color.
So here, let's pull this out. So it's a very, very green heavy.
Yeah.
Right? The Quit Bugging Me was a lot of green and some like maybe undyed spots. The Birds of a Feather had some blues and grays in it, so it really helped balance out the green. Like I love here where you get some of the white, and then
it's almost like a teal, like when that's up against the green.
I don't know if this is going to show it, but then you get some of the blue in like these bits. What was really, really fun doing the 3-ply, it really helped me understand plying a little bit better.
Right.
In seeing them, like seeing the way that they layered on top of each other, the colors. So that was really, really helpful. I also found it a little bit easier to ply than a 2-ply.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I had a little more control.
Sure.
Again,
was it easier to see if you were overplying versus underplying with the 3 different plies? Because sometimes, okay.
I do think so. And what also has been beneficial, and I talked about this within the past couple of episodes, is that I've changed my hand, the hand that I ply with. Previously, for the majority of my spinning time, I've been using my right hand to tension my yarn my left hand to tension. And I was plying, like using my right hand to feed the yarn onto my wheel. After Rhinebeck, I switched that and I'm now using my right hand to tension and I'm feeding the yarn on with my left. I also made some adjustments to my tension on my wheel so that it was picking up a little bit quicker because there were times where I felt like I was fighting it.
Oh, yeah.
So I've made some adjustments and it's actually been super helpful to my plying.
I love this section here with the dark.
There's so many bits in here that I really, really love. I'm going to show these again just because I really loved when the blue came in.
Yeah.
And the white. I like the way that they played together. So I'm really, really happy with this. I think they came out really, really well. It was funny though, because as I was playing, there was one section I was like, whoa. Like, did I decide not to spin this bit at all? I actually broke it off, thinned it out, reattached it, and then went back to plying because I was like, this just wasn't right for me. Yeah. I don't know. Like, it looked like maybe I had a couple drinks when I was spinning at that point.
Which is not true.
Which, would not be true. But it was weird. I just had this really thick spot that was, compared to the rest of my spinning as I was plying it, seemed really, really odd. So I just took it out. But yeah, so these are the 2 braids. So now good. Ray can make... That's what you could do. We were talking about casting something on today. You could cast on your traveler's cowl. Because that's what this is for.
I need a new cast on.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. All right. That's all our FOs.
That's all for the FOs.
And now we're going to move on to whips. And I have 1.
I have 3.
All right, you go.
Okay. Let's just finish out the spinning portion of the programming. This is a new spin that I started a while ago. I have not been spinning Yeah, I haven't been spinning in a while. We'll get back to it though. This is Making Tracks from Junction Fiber Mill. We got this at Fiber Festival of New England.
Yeah.
There's no colorway here, but it's pin drafted roving. It was approximately 4 ounces. I did weigh it. It was 4.3 ounces. Because I've never, I mean, I'm still new. So when I say I've never, that doesn't mean that like it's so far-fetched. The pin drafted roving was very small, right? So like instead of these like, large clumps of fiber, it was one long giant kind of tube almost. It was about this thick. So usually for me, when I split the yarn or the fiber, I split it kind of like this so that the colors stay in the same direction sequence. And then I continue to break it that way. So the sequence stays the same, but the length of the width of them are shorter. Anyway, with this one, I couldn't do that. Otherwise I'd end up with, I don't even know. I couldn't do that. So I just split it right in half. Split it right in half. And that's how I'm going to do it. So the color sequence is going to be a little off. Nothing's going to really match up. It's going to be interesting.
I don't remember. Did we lay it out on the floor to see if there were color repeats
in it? We
did,
and there's not.
Okay. So then that's okay, because you would not get a traditional fractal without color repeats.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. So like, for example, here's what I have. So far, this is 1/2 of the braid. So it's a really nice, it reminds me of like a creamsicle.
Yes, absolutely.
Kind of, with the creamy color and the orange and all of that there. I'm spinning this a little bit on the thicker side, just because with the pencil roving, the way that it goes through, or the pin draft, whatever it is, it was easier to spin it a little, not that it's really thick, it's still nice and thin, but it's going to probably make, I would say like a heavy DK worsted weight, maybe a worsted. I don't know. We'll see what happens. My intention was, and I'm not overspinning it either. Like I'm just kind of letting it do its thing. So I'm hoping that it'll create like a bouncier. I love that bouncy, squishy nature of like Handspun so far that I've been getting. But I think it'll be really cool. So this one didn't have a lot of orange in the first half of that braid. The one I'm spinning currently now that's on the e-spinner has a lot more of the orange and less of the creamy color. So it may look like a good amount, but it's layered. This is like, there's a lot more of this underneath, here. See?
Yeah.
This is the only orange.
Okay.
There, but the other bobbin has a lot more orange on it. I'm almost done with that spin. I think I'm probably like halfway done with that, and then I'll apply them together. I'll just do a 2-ply again, but the makeup of this is 100% American wool. Don't know. It feels very soft and cloud-like.
Yes.
When spinning it. So
nice.
That's that. So that's one of the things I'm working on. I will get back to doing that. But yeah.
I actually got to pick out my next spin. I haven't picked one out. I have to
I'm behind
clear off
on
bobbins is what my issue is I need to add some, like I need to bring up some of these, bring down some of my full bobbins over here, my paper ones, and add it to one of the ones downstairs to apply the rest of it quit bugging me with. See what I could come up with. All right, you could go again since I only have one width.
Okay. So this is another one that's been hanging out for a few years now, I feels like, but I've made some significant progress. I showed you a picture earlier of what my table looked like, and I needed to seam. I need to do some seaming on the Wild Horses cardigan by Ann Hansen. I am using Bare Naked Wools. I'm just going to pull up the pattern so that you all can see.
I have it.
Oh, perfect. I'm using Bare Naked Wools Better Breakfast Fingering
Here's the pattern.
You have a pullover version. We talked about this before. Ann Hansen from Knit Spot / Bare Naked Wools does a really great job with her sweaters. That if there's a cardigan version, there's usually a pullover version. There's V-neck versus crew neck. It's all like wrapped up into the same pattern.
Yeah, and it's an $11
pattern. Way worth it.
You get like 4 sweater patterns.
Correct. Yeah, correct. So this is Bare Naked Wools by Knit Spot in Better Breakfast Fingering. It is 450 yards in 100 grams, sorry. 115 grams, 115. It's a 3-ply. It is 55% merino, 35D haired alpaca, and 10% nylon. It is one of the softest, most delicate yarns I've like ever felt.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's been really excellent to work with. So I seamed my entire cardigan together. I should probably put
during the snowstorm, right?
During the snowstorm. So ignore my my sweatpants. I'm cozy, comfy today. Okay. So it is such a light, delicate yarn. I still have a lot to do. I still have quite a bit to do here, but this is what it's going to look like so far. So I've got to pick up all around here now, and do the button band and the collar, do the V-neck collar. So I did all of my seaming. I've never seamed anything before. There's a couple of spots that are a little questionable, but it's going to be a chill sweater. I do have to reblock it again after it's been seamed.
And that will help some too. And seaming is a learning experience.
Yeah, it 100% is. But it's done. I seamed the sleeves up. Everything was knit flat, so I seamed all of this, together. I love the length of the sleeves. I think it's going to be perfect. The length of the sweater is going to be perfect. Once I put this all together, I think it's going to be great. I love the picture. I love the picture of the young man wearing
that one.
No, the other one. There's another picture. It might actually be in the pattern itself. I like the style of it. It's very...
Oh, this one?
Nope. This one. It's like just chill, like very loose, very relaxed. That's what I'm going to go for. So seaming was quite the experience. It was a lot. As I was going, it made a lot more sense to me. And again, it's all a learning experience, and I'm okay with a little bit of puckering or, whatever happened. I still got to block it out, obviously, which we'll probably block out. But, I learned a lot because when I knit it all in pieces, after I knit it in pieces, you go to block them. And I thought I blocked them out to measurements, but I don't think that I took into consideration like the tabs, the shoulder tabs. So there's a little fluff flying around here. So the one of the shoulder tabs was a little bit longer than the other one was. And so when I was seaming it to the front, it didn't quite line up. So I did my best to try to, fix some of those things, but it's lessons learned.
Yeah.
And
I think a really good way actually to like get some practice with seaming is to do something like that bandana cowl, because there's a little bit of mattress stitch in it.
Yeah. No, that's
another good thing to do. And I feel like I did this when I seamed my sweater from Anne that was pieced.
Yeah.
Is to use the fabric clips that you would use in sewing. So that you can make sure everything's lined up and keep it kind of pinned together and that you are staying, or that you're seaming it at the same rate. And
Right.
if you're not, then you could kind of make an adjustment before you get to your next clip, and you could skip some on one side.
Yeah. Like this is, oh, you're not gonna be able to tell. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm still extremely happy with this. I am very happy with
Yeah.
this. Not still. I am very happy with this. I can't wait. I'm really excited to wear this. Can be light spring, early fall.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna wear this often. I have some very delicate, not delicate, but like light buttons to use on it, and I just want to. I don't want to. I'm not gonna button it or anything like that. I just want it to kind of like drape and flow and hang out and all that fun stuff. You know what I mean?
Very nice. Good job.
Thank you so much. I'm going to put this on barber cord so I can try this on while you're talking about your stuff.
Okay. All right. So my next, or I'm sorry, my only whip is a very old project that, where the heck is it? Oh, crap. It's downstairs. I'm going to wait for Ray to come back so that we don't leave you. I left it downstairs on the couch. But, so I picked up a project that I probably cast on about 2 years ago. And the reason I did it is that the bag that it's in is the bag that I wanted to take to Vogue with me. So when I finished, so I took the project out, I had it, threw it out on my Roscog, not threw it out, but I placed it on the Roscog, let it hang out there. When we came back from Vogue, it hung out there. And then when I finished my hat that was living in it, I was looking for a project. I got to go downstairs.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I left my project down there.
What is it?
It's in my Matteroo bag. My only whip.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll sit and... Do you want me to go get it, or do you want me to sit and chat?
You sit and chat while I
Okay.
go get it, please. Thank you.
Sure, just don't trip over some of these things here. Oh, there goes the skein winder. Did you hear that background noise there? I'm just trying to find my barber cords here because I want to put my sweater on barber cords. So the only other work in progress, the only other thing that I've been working on is my stripe hype sweater. And I did make some significant progress. I'll show you. I think this will be long enough. I'm hoping. So this stripe hype sweater by, oh boy, I cannot remember. I'm having some struggles. Kutovica? Hold on. I always get this wrong, and you all are really good. Veronica Lindbergh stripe hype sweater. It is a really beautiful striped sweater. It is constructed in a way that I've never constructed anything before. So you start with the back, then you split, and then you start knitting down this way, start knitting down this way. You're joining everything together underneath. And here's what I have so far. I'll show you this, and then I'll put it on barber cords while Kevin's talking about his project, and I'll show you what it looks like while it's on me. But I did a significant amount of knitting on this, and I really like this. I think it's super colorful.
It's character.
It does have a lot of character. I think it's gonna definitely be a statement piece, for sure. I didn't want to be. I wanted to use all of the colors and try some different things, and I think this is going to be really fun. This is going to be one of my Rhinebeck sweaters. So we love to bring attention to ourselves wearing our knits over at Rhinebeck. So I was here last that I showed you. So what I ended up doing was I knit down to here, this last like dark gray, and then I picked up and did both sleeves. What?
Do you know the colors of this remind me of?
What? What?
The dude's sweater from the Santa Claus.
Oh, the ugly sweater from the Santa Claus.
Doesn't it?
Where he, like,
Not saying it's an ugly sweater, but
well,
I think it's the red. I feel like he has like this color in his sweater.
Well, you know, in all honesty, the lights are extremely bright in here, and this red did not look as red as I was knitting it.
It actually looks more brown in person than it does.
It does.
It's more of a brown.
Yeah.
Than it is of a red.
Well, it's certainly red here. So, anyway, I did both of the sleeves. With the sleeves, I stopped here, right before this white stripe. On both sides, because when I tried on the sweater, I still had quite a lot of, that's the end of the pattern. And then you start doing your and I also picked up and I knit the collar as well. So I did a significant amount of knitting, but I needed to add some additional length to both the sleeves and to the bottom of the sweater. So unfortunately, I started running into some yarn management issues. Had plenty of yarn to do the length that's recommended in the pattern, but because I needed longer, I did not. So this is all I have left of the 3 skeins of the main color. So it's not enough. It was not enough to finish the bottom. I did it on the sleeves. I also didn't know what I wanted to do because I ran out of unique colors, like different colors that I hadn't used before. So I thought it would be cool to bring in the creamy white color in the sleeve and then bring in this light blue in the body at the bottom. So I added an additional stripe there. It gave me the length that I wanted. I'll throw this on barber cords and I'll try it on so I can show you what it looks like. It might be easier to see it on my body. I think it looks better.
Yeah, do that now.
But yeah, so that's what I have so far. It kind of looks like somebody was coloring and like left the white behind it. You know what I mean? Like it's not a solid. They're not solid stripes. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I love all right, so there's a couple things. I love the variation and the variegation.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
I'm hoping that I love it on me because we talked about this actually at Vogue when we were talking about with Rachel and Renee about variegated yarns. And I love the way that they look on other people. I don't always love the way a variegated sweater looks on me. So I'm hoping that I'm okay with it. I'm going to benefit from you knitting this prior to me knitting it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to...
We have the same colors.
We have the same colors, but knowing the issue he had with running out of yarn, it's already made me think of how I'm going to adjust my knitting of this sweater.
Yeah. Now, you also... I'll show you what I have left of all of the colors, too, and that might help you as well.
Right.
But...
Yeah, so the way that I'm thinking of doing it is that, like, I would start with the white, like Ray did, do the 3 stripes of it with, let's say, the blue, but then the blue, I would do 3 stripes of that with the next color, and so on and so forth. So each color would end up, in theory, getting 6 stripes. Is kind of the way that I plan on, or that I'm thinking about knitting mine.
Sorry, I'm trying not to...
Yeah, to have your needles pop off.
Yes.
Do you have any of your swatches with you?
I do.
Because that is so rustic. I just want to remember what the swatch feels like.
Yeah. Oh, I'm almost there.
Yeah, I would say you could probably do your ribbing after this color.
Yeah, I just have to figure out what I want to do. What I want to do with my ribbing. So, here is the sweater. I actually think it looks really good. I think it's cool. I really like it. So there's a ton of ends. Obviously, you'll see them like popping out everywhere. But this is the length that I have, right now. I think I agree with you. I could probably, after this bit of red, I'll do the...
And if you have enough, I would just bind off in the red. Do your ribbing.
I do. I have enough with the red.
So
I think.
If you can, that...
Yeah. I'm really excited to block this. I'm really impressed with the fit, to be honest.
It's a drop shoulder.
Yeah.
Which, again, whoever I
Yeah.
watched recently said drop shoulders are good, works well on
Yeah.
on men's bodies.
Oh, I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think this will look really cool. I'm hoping it's got a lot of positive ease, it seems like.
So
maybe not as much.
But you'll be able to block out some length.
Yeah, I'll block it out lengthwise.
You know?
Yeah. So maybe I'll just start the ribbing now.
It looks like a fun sweater.
Yeah, I'll start the ribbing now because I'm about halfway through
You can finish
this
that
stripe, so then this will end in the red.
You can finish that today.
Stripe. Yeah, I'll finish this today. So, anyway, this is my striped sweater.
I like it. I think it looks good.
I think it looks cool too.
Yeah.
Like it has a lot of personality.
And
it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think it'll look cool.
But what's really good about this is that when we were deciding on this pattern and we were talking about it at Rhinebeck, we weren't sure. You know, it's something we talk about often, is that it's very hard for us to decide on sweater patterns sometimes because a pattern will say that it's gender neutral.
Yes,
and
exactly
there's
right.
no images of a man wearing the sweater.
Right.
So we had to go through all the projects and try to find, and I think we found it on 2 men. And we're like, okay, it looks cool on them, but you really never know. So it's really helpful to see it now and be like, no, it's actually going to look really good on our bodies.
I think it'll look good, especially once it's blocked.
Yeah.
So this is using. Oh, do I not have the?
It is using a blanket bundle from Utopia Yarns that we got at Rhinebeck. It was like $100 for this bundle of yarn.
Yeah, it's called Blankety Bundle. We'll have it linked down below. It's linked on the previous episode as well. And there's quite a few different colors now. A few different bundles. So it is, in this bundle you get 2,400 yards of 100% Wisconsin wool. It's wool and spun in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, and dyed in Utopia in Wisconsin as well. So it's all Wisconsin based, which is kind of cool. So that's that. You asked to see my. Here are my swatches.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one actually feels.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that'll be really good.
For the stripe hype, I was not able to get gauge on the recommended needles, so I ended up knitting this on US 5s, I believe. Let me just see if I can pull this up here. Yeah, so the stripe hype, I started this December 27th, so that's not that bad. And I'll be finished today. I knit the 3rd size, the medium size, for a finished chest circumference of 45.75 inches. My gauge that I got was 19 stitches over 4 inches using a US 5. The recommended was 20 stitches on a US 6. So when I did it, I knit this on a US 6 as well as a US 5, and I think I talked about this last time. When I knit the swatch, I put in a knot, the number of knots to let me know what size needle I did. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the gauge on using the US 6, and I got something like 17 stitches over 4 inches, so it was much too big using the 6. And then I went down to a 5. You can see the knots there. And then I liked this fabric, and I thought I got a lot closer to the recommended gauge. Plus, I felt like knitting the second size is what I said, right? The 3rd size, the medium, with the recommended positive ease, that I would get a little bit more positive ease. And I wanted that. I wanted it to be, sweatshirty, which I think I've achieved that. I'm very comfortable and happy with that. So that's why, even though I didn't get gauge, I was very comfortable with the measurements, and I really liked the fabric of the US 5. So that was what I used for the main body. And then I went down a needle size to a US 4 for the ribbing at the cuff and for the neck. What I also did that I didn't intend to do, but I'm happy that I did, was with the sleeves. With the sleeves, I told you that I knit down to here, and I needed to do extra length, right? So I did my decreases as it was calling for. I do feel like I probably could have decreased a little bit more frequently, but it's okay. I'm fine with that. But when I put this on hold, did the other sleeve, put that on hold, the same part, and then I picked up the collar and finished the collar on the smaller needles. Then when I went to go pick up my sleeves again, I left the smaller needles on the sleeves, not intending to. It did not make any difference really with the gauge, but it helped like so much. You can't visually see it, but I think it helped bring in the last little bit. And I did continue my decreases until here.
Okay.
Just to bring it down a couple of more decreases. So then you do I followed the pattern, did a twisted rib, and then an Italian bind off at the end, which I really like.
Yeah.
I think
good job.
Yeah, I think it looks good. So once I block this, I think it's going to be great. I'm going to block for length as opposed to width. And yeah, Bob's your uncle.
All right.
I think that's all I have to say about it. But I'm super excited. I think it's going to be I think it'll be a cool conversation piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Picking up what I'm putting down.
All right. My only whip is living in a Madder Root bag.
I love Madder Root.
This, and again, I started this about 2 years ago after finishing.
Boy, we're really
after finishing one of them. And I didn't know what I wanted to knit after I finished that hat. But I said, you know what? Let's just finish a project that's been on the needles or get it back to working on. Yeah. So I picked up my Moon Bumps, which is a pattern by Maxim Sear. I've already knit one before, and I'm knitting this out of the recommended yarn, which is the Moondrake Fua Fua and Spin Cycle. I bought the yarn at Pick Up Every Stitch probably 2 years ago. But here's where I am. I was here when I picked it up on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I've completed all of this.
You've done so much. When you pulled that out, you were down there.
So I am, oh my gosh, I don't know that I knew this.
Oh, you chose the same exact colors.
Maybe I did know this. So here's the Moon Bumps. I have one already out of the same Fua Fua and some Spin Cycle. So it is more scarf-like than shawl-like, in my opinion, because it's much thinner. And it is knit increasing on one side, and then you knit on the bias when you get to the middle, and then you do decreases. So I'm about a third of the way through of this now. The Fua Fua that I'm using is called Sand, and this is a fingering weight. It's 315 yards, and it's 70% brushed cashmere and 30% superwash merino. You hold it double to get this beautiful fabric. And then Spin Cycle, I don't know what my color is. I was looking to see if I could find my second skein. It's somewhere in that mess, I think. But I really wanted a white one after I was done, and I love the blue. I love the pop of the blue here, and I love how there's a very little contrast with these two. There's actually a little bit more than I thought. I didn't think that this section here was going to pop as much. But I think
the dimension, like the dimensional quality of it helps with the poppage.
I do have a lot of ends. I have all of these ends on this side to weave in to do the bumps on it. But it's a really quick, knit. I don't know. I maybe have 50 something stitches on my needle. You never have more, I believe, than 62 on your needle, and it's stockinette, little I-cord. The most time-consuming part is doing this I-cord in the middle, because you bind off all your stitches and then you have to pick them up. But as long as you're okay picking up stitches, it goes fairly quickly. And the repeat's easy. It's a 20 row repeat. So yeah, and I'm knitting this on the recommended needle size, which is a US 5, 3.75 millimeter needle. That's right. One of the reasons I wanted to knit this too is, remember how like 1 or 2 episodes ago I talked about how I don't have a lot of cords because I have so many projects on them. So I figured if I start finishing some of them,
yeah, you'll get your tools back.
I'll get some of my stuff back. Right. So this one is what I'm working on now. Great. And I'll hope to finish it soon. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast on something new, probably today. And I think I'm going to kind of see how that works for me. Old project and a new project.
Okay.
And like when something new's done, then I cast something new on. When something old's done, then I go grab another old project. I don't know if that's going to work for me.
Well, I feel like we're having deja vu because I feel like last year around January, February time, you said the same thing.
Well, last year I actually made a list of the whips. And I think at the time I had like 15 of them. Wow. And I believe of that list from last year, I finished one of those. I didn't do that again this year because it's the same list, probably with more things on it.
Oh,
but
yeah, probably.
I just want to...
I love this though. You made great progress.
Yeah, I mean, this is in a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I love this blue set. I really love this fade.
Me too.
It's
much.
So good.
Yeah.
I wish I knew the color of it though. No idea. And I mean, this is what I have left so far of the Fua Fua.
And you're holding that double.
Yeah. I don't know if I use... I don't even know if I have 2 more of these left. Like literally have no idea about some of this stuff, but we're just going to go with it and we're going to see what happens.
I love this new Kevin.
I'm going to finish it, but today I believe is going to be a new project cast on day because it's the only thing I've been working on.
Yeah. Plus, listen, it's the winter time. It's been cold. It's starting to warm up a little bit now. I think we're going to be in the 40s today. Which is
delightful
great.
To have something.
It feels
in the
like
40s.
Summertime. We still have 3 feet of snow out there that hasn't melted.
Yeah. All right. So that's everything that we've been working on.
Yes.
So we are going to talk about some owl post.
Owl post.
So we got this lovely package in the mail from Rachel.
Rachel,
I know. We haven't seen Rachel in a while. Well, Rhinebeck weekend. So Rachel, we have the joy of knowing Rachel for quite a while now. The first time we met her was at Pick Up Every Stitch. Max and Vincent were there.
Was it Road to Rhinebeck? It was Road to Rhinebeck, wasn't it?
No, it was Le Garçon Trunk Show at Pick Up Every Stitch, if I'm not mistaken, because Max and Vincent were both there.
I don't know if that was for their trunk show. I think that they were making a road trip.
No, remember, we ran into Max and Tanya. That was the first time we met Max and
Max and Vincent's. Yes, that was their trunk show.
And that was so unplanned that day.
With Max and Tanya.
Yeah. All right, so Rachel sends
serendipitous.
us a very nice note thanking us or congratulating us on our podiversary. And she sent me some undyed merino roving top to... dye some fiber.
How fun. Here we go. New rabbit hole.
I can't afford a new rabbit hole. Because I
tell that to the camera that you just purchased.
That is for the...
It's an old rabbit hole.
It is an old rabbit hole that has new life.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's for a particular purpose. Mm. It's for the photographer's slot set.
Yeah. Which, thank you all for...
Yes, that was really fun.
We didn't even talk about that, did we?
No, so... And I'm way behind on this month's. I'll work on it this week, so it should be up in the website next weekend. But I had this idea of doing a sock set out of pictures that I've taken. Years and years ago, our friends and we would go out. We, with some friends, would go out with some cameras and we would just take pictures. The majority of these pictures happened at abandoned sites in Connecticut. So I started using those, or I want to use those pictures to create colorways for 1 month for a sock set. It's not like an official club where you can like sign up and you're automatically going to get the monthly shipment, because I wasn't prepared for that, and I want to like see how this goes. And if, as of right now, I already intend to probably just keep going with this and next year be a little more official. But last month I dyed 45 sets. They all sold out. So thank you very much for purchasing them. I loved doing it. I think it's really, really cool for me to combine those two things,
I
like
think it's
the
really
photography
cool. Yeah.
and then choosing the colors from a picture and interpreting them where it's not like exact, it's not going, but it has that feel for me. Like it represents that picture. So yeah, I have a new camera and that's a little more portable that I can take with me everywhere. Like I want it to be part of my EDC, everyday carry.
EDC, here we go.
I was really bummed that I didn't have it for Vogue because I wanted to take it like
Well, you've been on this list for how long?
For like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
I wanted to take it Vogue because I thought it'd be really fun at like winter in New York City to get some images from there. But either here or there, that we launched it last month, and then this week I will be dyeing. I actually have to dye the colors, test them, and then dye them, and hopefully it'll be up on the website next Saturday.
Yeah,
if all goes well.
We'll post it on our
Instagram prior to it being available. But this could be a different rabbit hole. So thank you, Rachel.
Yeah. You know, I do love we do this for other people, but one of the funnest parts of this community is the sheer enabling that we all do for each other.
Like that's how I got into fountain pens.
I know.
Meg was like, "Here, I think you might like a fountain pen."
We got to stay away from skein. We can't anymore.
And
we come out of that with too much.
Now I have 4.
Yeah. All right. So while we were at Vogue, we ran into a viewer who brought 2 rib magazines, which are out of print, and we've talked about these so much.
Yeah, we have
the collection, which I think there were only 3, correct?
No. There are
3 or 4.
It's something like, it's like somewhere between 4 and 6, I think.
Oh, really? That many?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, anyway, these are we
have 2 here.
The first 2 editions to Rib magazine. They're very difficult to get. And what we're going to do is, because we have these 2 already, we're going to be able to we're going to give these away in a future giveaway. Probably Let's Hear It for the Boys. I think would be a really great.
It will be, and for Let's Hear It for the Boys.
Yeah, a really great gift, and we do that in the summertime.
Yep.
We start that usually in June.
Yes, Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, but thank you so much for thinking of us. These are very difficult to get, but it's
they're out of print.
Yeah, you can't get them, and so there's just a ton of amazing patterns in here. Kevin's made a lot of this stuff. Like
I've only made 2 things out of it.
You've made this hat.
I made the hat and the cowl, and that's it.
Really?
Yeah, I would love to make the pullover.
The pullover is really nice.
That's
There's a really fun scarf in here as well.
Did I do those mitts?
I started these mitts.
You finished them.
I did not. They're sitting. No, they're sitting in my bag. This was going to be from a book mail. Those mitts were my starter project for.
That's right.
From a book mail, but they didn't happen.
Yeah, I think I've only knit.
Anyway,
the cowl and the hat. These have mitts in it too.
Yeah, they're great. There's really cool patterns.
It was a really good concept.
Really great concept. So we will put that aside. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You know who you are. Thank you so much for thinking of us. That's really incredible, and we're so happy to be able to pass that along. Because, like we said, it's one of the greatest things when you're starting to look at some like male patterns and things like that.
Yeah.
One of the greatest like resources, and you just can't get it anymore. So that was great. The last bit of owl post was also hand delivered to us. Sorry, for the crinkling. This is from our very dear friend Angie over at Twinkle Dimple. And for those who have been probably dying to ask, where did I get my lovely t-shirt from? I have been extremely jealous of Angie and the ladies over at Skane who have these Twinkle Dimple t-shirts. And when we were in Vogue, when we were in New York, I had asked Angie. She gave me the link to order my own. So I did order my own t-shirt, and it just came. I think it just came like last week or early this week. And anyway, so long story short, Angie gave us a package, a package of a lot of her stitch markers and progress keepers.
These are cute.
I love the fish.
I know.
Oh yeah, I just picked that one up too. I love the fish. They're so clever. They're so fun. They're so sparkly, which I love. Oh my gosh, this is a balloon animal dog.
Oh, that's cute.
Wait, this might not go in the giveaway.
So she gave these for us to give to you guys or to keep. Yes. She has a bunch of different options and colors. So head on over to Twinkle Dimple on Etsy. Use the code.
We have a coupon code.
NRT Nation.
NATR Nation.
What did I say?
NAT Nation. Nader Nation.
Nader Nation. NATR Nation. Which we will link this below. To get a discount off your purchase.
Yeah.
Go help support a small business.
Yeah,
because Andrew's great.
I'm so proud to be able to wear the shirt. I was super jealous.
A little apple, because it has a little leaf on it.
It's very really cute. It's very clever.
Yeah, it's different than other stitch markers. I love that.
This is completely replaced. Not to put down any other company at all. I'm just so obsessed with these, and there's so many different varieties of them. They've completely replaced all of my progress keepers and stitch markers on every single one of my projects. I always go for these. So they're fun. If you haven't, if you're interested, like Kevin said, you want to support a small business, and you want a little sparkle in your life, they make me smile.
Yeah. And what's fun too, is that you can get them in gold or silver.
Yes. Yep. So she did a really cool collection for Christmas, which was neat. So we're really excited at all of the things that she's doing, and she's such a humble person.
But she's the reluctant.
Well, not so much anymore.
I know.
She's out there on social media. You see her, like, she used to be afraid of taking pictures, and now we don't need to be talking about her that way. No, she's just. It's always fun to see the Skane people. It really is.
We got to see Annie, actually. Forgot to say that. We saw Annie while we were there.
And her husband. I love her husband. He's such a cool guy.
And we saw Kimberly.
Oh my god.
Not from Skane.
Yeah,
Kimberly from.
Yeah. But like you were saying, it's so nice to see. It's so cool too. Like, we all want to give, right? And part of this community. And it's nice to see when people have an idea and they start a small business, or they start a podcast, or, whatever social media thing. Like, it's so cool to see that happen. And then the progression of that. So it's hard to put yourself out there, but
it is. It's funny too, like, kind of thinking about that, because we talked about that too with, like, starting a podcast. What are some of the, what are the benefits, and what are some of the things that you have to keep in mind and be thoughtful about? I watched a really interesting video yesterday of a photographer who has a podcast. He does a lot of stuff, like, obviously talking about cameras and equipment and things like that, but he had been getting a lot of comments asking, like, kind of like a personal question about, like, I guess he had some redness at his hairline. And he said some of the questions that he got were curious, but some of them led down a different path. And I may link this just in case anybody wants to read it, but he has psoriasis. So, he struggles with the dry skin, and he's been struggling with it since he was 14. He's like, I don't mind answering the questions, but when it's kind of like mean and not inquisitive, or like, it can be really difficult. But it was really interesting the way he presented it. So I think I might link that down below, just if people want to watch, because it does, that holds people back, I think, sometimes from starting a YouTube channel is the comments and the type of comments that you may get.
Yeah. Like, we're all human, and this isn't like our podcast and a lot of podcasts like this. Like, you don't have to pay any money to do it. This is something that we're doing because we want to do
Right.
it, you know. And sometimes reading those comments, all it can take is one to put you down a spiral and make you self-conscious, and
Yeah.
no matter how many positive comments you may get, and we get them too, and it's just, you know, it's easy to sit back behind a screen and a computer, and cast your judgment and make those kinds of comments and things like that. But on the other side of that keyboard, like on the other side of this screen, like after Kevin and I are done, we're still Kevin and Ray. You know what I mean? Like we're still people and human, and so are the other podcasters and stuff that are out there. And so like sometimes words can hurt still. I don't know why we're going down this
Well, you were
rabbit
talking
hole,
about
but
no, it's just
put your when people put themselves out there, like that's where I think it means a lot knowing how much it takes to put yourself out there.
Yes.
So people like Angie and people like even Olivia, when she created her podcast, remember how nervous she was in the beginning. But I'm so proud of the things that we're doing. And it's not about the number of views you get or any of that stuff. You're still putting yourself out there and making yourself vulnerable. So just huge kudos to everybody who's thinking about doing that. And if you're thinking about doing it,
and I'm sorry, I'm looking for one, and this woman, she just started one, and when I started watching her, I've watched 2 episodes, and she had been thinking about doing it for 3 years, and she finally started it, and I've enjoyed the 2 episodes that I watched. It is, oh my gosh. All right, and the reason that we started is that you were talking about like starting a podcast, and then I watched that thing yesterday about comments, and I just thought it was a
tangent,
a really interesting perspective from somebody who actually just made a video strictly about that, and sometimes why people don't talk about their personal life, because then you do sometimes, and then it was just a really good video. So we are going to link it. Where is she? She's from Texas. She curses and I love it. And in her first video, she showed a blanket and she talked about the price of it. And it's one of the most stunning crochet blankets that I've ever seen. Oh, I know it. Flash Your Knits.
Oh yeah, Flash Your Knits. I watched the second episode.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, when you were sick?
No, with you.
No. I watched it by myself.
You didn't. Because she talked about how
Her?
Yep. Because she talked about how she was so surprised during like the reaction that she got in the first episode. Boy, I'm really glad that you pay attention when we hang out together.
Maybe I was sick.
Maybe.
All right. So yes. All right. So the channel is Flash Your Knits.
You're not subscribed. Hit that button.
Now I am. Why wasn't I subscribed?
Probably because we watched it on the TV and it's hard. Like you didn't think about it.
Yeah. And I really like her channel. I think she has great energy. Yeah. I love that she swears. Yeah. And that she's not afraid to.
We'll link it down.
So check her out too.
Okay, so moving on. We're at the 2-hour mark and we still have acquisitions to go through.
So I'll do mine. I don't know if I showed this already. So in case I did, just really quick, I'm now a member of the Three Waters Farm Top of the Month Club.
Top of the month.
So this is February's, I'm assuming. It's called Rosy Dawn. And it is Rainbow Day. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. February with the pinks and the like Valentine's Day colors. So sorry for the glares. But that's my second shipment.
Lovely. I got my Fiber of the Month club from Into the Worlds. This is the January club. It is 56s combed top.
No idea what...
I don't know what a 56 is. It's probably I'm sure it's a type of sheep.
Yeah.
But the color is What's in a Name. And it's really nice. Some more oranges and stuff in there, which is interesting. And some purple. Is that purple?
No, blue.
It's blue?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. I don't want to crinkle again because I put you through enough of the crinkling mess. But yeah, 56 is... I don't know what a 56
I'm actually trying to find that out now.
So that's that.
All right. And then all we have left is what we purchased at Vogue Knitting Live. And I'm really impressed because for the two of us, all of our purchases fit in this bag.
And all of my purchases fit in this bag.
These bags are part of the purchase.
They are.
So Micah was there. I have this in a print in a larger bag, and I loved it. These you can also get at Skein Yarn Shop. They have these lunch totes, I believe is what these are called. But it's a really good square bag, and it holds quite a bit. So while we were at Vogue, there's one thing I've been on the lookout for because mine broke. I want to say 2 to 3 years ago, I bought one of these from Twinkle's. She releases one at Vogue. It's just one of these like keychain 2-inch rulers. So I got one that says I love EKL NYC so that I could put it back on my...
It's cute.
Yeah, I keep it on my keys. So I always have one with me when I'm out and about. And the old one I had was a yellow, it looked like a cab maybe, and that broke. So I picked up a new one of those. And then the only other thing I bought was from a booth that was new to us. It is Kira Wiggins' booth. And we stopped and bought fiber, and this was the fiber that stopped me. This braid was hanging on the end cap, and I stopped, and I was like, it's really, really beautiful.
It is really beautiful.
I don't see a lot of tweed fiber. So I was like, and this is called Sugar Cookie. It is 60% Polworth wool, 32% South American wool, and 8% viscose. So that was one that I bought from Kira. And then I got another, oops, it's the daisies. Another fiber with some tweedy bits in it. But this is all a blue with just like black in it. And this one is called Sleepy Skies, which is 50% Shetland, 40% South American wool, and 10% viscose. And the last braid that I bought was this one. So
that's fun.
So Kira Wiggins. So this is called Rainbow Taupe. This one is 50% Blueface Leicester, 40% South American wool, and 10% viscose. So I'm thinking, and I don't know, but I might do a 3-ply with these.
Ooh. I don't know. This is where I have trouble with my colors.
Well, we got white, neutral, brownish, tan, taupe, hence the color Rainbow Taupe, and blue. So I don't know. This may be a 3-ply. But I don't know because it could be too, what the heck's?
Tweedy, speckly?
Yes, thank you. Too much tweed.
Yeah. It might remind me of like rainbow sprinkles or something like that by the end of it. Who knows?
I don't know, but so that's what I got.
Kevin and I pretty much did almost the exact same thing. This is my mica bag. I love how big this is.
Yeah, it's a really good size.
It's a lot bigger than you expect it to be. I love the green stripes.
Yep, you have the yellow stripe in the bucket one.
I have it right here.
Oh.
This is what my sweater is living in, the yellow stripe.
I love that bag. That one's like one of my favorite current bags.
So I also, now that I'm a spinner, y'all, really thought that booth was really cool.
She had fantastic color.
She really did have a lot of amazing colors. This one is called Cinder Blossom.
That's pretty.
Very similar to Kevin's, but there's some yellows.
No, it's your bits are different than my bits.
Yeah,
I have rainbow bits and you have more fiery
bits. Yeah.
Smart naming choice,
right?
Too.
Totally. So Cinder Blossom, that's 60% Polworth, 32 South American, and 8% viscose. And then I also got this second braid here. This one is called Misty Morning. And this is 100% Polworth.
Nice.
And I love this one.
Yeah, you got some nice pretty mauves in there, kind of, and some peaches, orange.
Yeah, really pretty. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. I don't necessarily see these together.
No, but you could apply this with something. I feel like that would benefit from being with another color.
Yeah. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And then the only other thing that I did was I got a single
I forgot
skein.
about this.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I got a single skein from Loop Fiber Studio. This is a Mills End. So they take what's kind of like left over at the end of like, you know, their plying sessions and all those other things. And so there's a bunch of different like color combinations and things throughout here. I thought this would make really cool. I think this what I thought. I was kind of on like those should be mitts. Those should be mitts. Those should be mitts. So I thought that this would be
because of the snow that we've had. You wanted mitts, and you didn't bring.
I didn't bring mitts
to New York.
So that's probably why my brain was like that. So this, Mill, it says it here. Mill ends made with leftover singles from the production of the yin yang colorways, randomly plied and non-repeatable. May have more imperfections than standard yarn, which is totally cool. Looks like it's like hand plied or whatever. So no colorway because everyone is different, but it's 100% extra fine merino and worsted weight.
Very nice.
So I thought that was neat.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's all we got.
And it's been a while since I just purchased one skein of something, which I told myself I wouldn't do anymore. But
no, but we showed a lot of restraint.
Yeah, that was it. That was really it. I was very happy. I really was very happy with our purchases.
As was I.
So.
All right. So that is everything. We'll wrap it up with kind of, because we're over 2 hours, we'll do like a little brief what we've been reading and watching. So watching, we'll just cover one of the best shows that we've watched in a really long time, and it's not a new show, was Broadchurch.
Yeah, Broadchurch.
It was 3 seasons. All seasons are released. Mm-hmm. It is a British show. It is on Netflix, and it stars Olivia. I want to say her last. I'm pulling it up on IMDb, so just bear with me. David Tennant and Olivia Colman. Stunning. So good.
Yeah, first season was
phenomenal.
Fabulous. I thought the second and third seasons were good too.
But the first season
was wild.
Incredible.
Yeah,
it is
so good.
A crime drama. It deals with murder.
Yeah.
It deals with a lot of triggering issues through the 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. The way that this show was shot and the misdirection through this, like literally never know who done nothing.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
It was so surprising. It was just so good. So good.
Yeah, I thought it was really good too. Definitely worth the watch if you haven't seen it yet or you're on the fence.
A lot of our other watching has been also Netflix, and we've watched a lot of the Harlan Coben series, which has been nice because they're 1 season and it's done.
That's right.
So we've enjoyed any of the ones that we have watched. The 2 most recent that we watched are Fool Me Once and Runaway. Mm-hmm. So those were good. And then currently we started this because I was sick and I needed something super easy. And it popped up. We're watching The Great British Bake Off.
Which has been around for such a long time.
And we've never watched.
I've watched a few episodes here or there, I feel like, in the past.
And if I did, then it's because like you had it on.
Probably because I had it on or something in the background.
But we watched, what are they called? Cycles?
Collections.
Collection. We watched Collection, I think 5 and 6.
Yeah, that's as far back as we can go on right Netflix. Now on Netflix. It's been really good. So
it's a good, easy watch.
Yeah, I think it's like 2017 or 2018 or something like that.
It's before COVID.
17. Yeah. But really, like, it's so good. And I was saying to Kevin, like, they're just reality nice competition shows. Yes, they seem genuinely nice to each other.
Yeah.
There's no like animosity. You know, everybody's just like friendly. Although the feedback that they got in the end of Collection, whatever it was,
was harsh.
Pretty
but
harsh.
It's been enjoyable. It's kind of been exactly what we needed after watching Broadchurch and those 2 Harlan.
Like I can't wait to like snuggle down on the couch today and like watch some more. What are we doing for lunch? I'm starving.
I have no idea, to be honest with you. All right. And then reading, I've actually really, really enjoyed my last 2 books that I've read. And the current book that I'm reading. So I started a new series and I read the first 2 books, and the 3rd book is not out. This is the Night and Daywalker series by Sam Burns. I read Smokescreen and I read Facade. This is a male urban fantasy without any spice as of yet. Very cute, almost cozy, but not really cozy.
Mm.
It takes place in Los Angeles. Our main characters are Flynn and oh crud, what's the second guy's name? It may come to me. But Flynn is the son of a vampire, not sired by a vampire. Actually, a vampire gave birth to him, and that like never happened before. So he's kind of this anomaly, and he's lived in this world as a human child, and now I think he's in his 20s, late 20s, early 30s. So he has a skewed sense of the world as well because he's so used to the supernatural and not everybody knows about it. In this world, they just learned about mages. They don't know about vampires. And Flynn does not know who his father is. And he is a private detective who's not really a good private detective. So his like mom's this wealthy, she's the senator of Los Angeles vampires. So she's in charge of them all. She's like, oh, here's a building for you to go run your private eye business in that like he's not great at. But he has this sweetness to him and this like he's a little bit naive and he daydreams and he gets like lost in his thoughts. And it's really good. I love the pacing of the book.
Yeah.
There's never a moment that I wanted to rush through. And in the book, his mother sets him up with another vampire who's just come over from Ireland, and I can't think of his name. Who is, let's see if this one tells me. Oh, Davin. And their relationship reminds me of the relationship, the end scene in Because I Said So, where Mandy Moore's character's like, oh, and I talk and I feel like nobody knows me. And he's like, I do. Davin gets Flynn in a way nobody else does, and he understands all of it. And it's just a really cozy series. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend it. I was bummed that book 3 wasn't out yet. And now I'm currently reading a book called The Ascended, which this is by Parker Lennox. This book again is the one where I love the pacing of it. There's not a dull moment in it. And it to me has elements from Red Rising, The Hunger Games, the Court of Thorn and Roses series.
That's a lot of different elements.
Yeah, so our main characters are Theus and Thatcher. They are twins who are 26 years old. In the world that this takes place in, the universe was created by primordials, and they then created gods. They're considered the 12. The 12 remind me quite a bit of like Greek mythology. And then the 12 below them, there's legends, which are kind of offspring of the 12. And then below them, I think there are another group. Maybe it's just the Ascended or Asmar. And the magic of the gods has leaked into the world. So humans are being born with some abilities. And every 10 years, there's kind of like a culling. Priests go around to collect the humans who have some abilities forcefully, or they can volunteer to go. And then all of them are collected, and every 10 years there's these trials for them to ascend. And Theus has an ability. She can call down the stars, and her twin brother Thatcher does not. And in this, we are now like, she's forcefully taken to the trials, and it's all political and trying to figure out things, and she has her own agenda, and it's quite good. I want to keep going every night, but I'm just too tired to keep going.
That's great. I'm really glad that you're enjoying your books. You definitely seem to enjoy them.
Yeah, they're really, really good. I would recommend both of these series.
Great. I'll add that to my list, shall we?
Yeah, I think you would really like
I
the
probably
Ascended.
would.
The
No, it
Ascended
sounds
you
like
would
it
really,
sounds
really
like I
like.
would. Yeah. For me, I've just been continuing my series on my Kindle for I'm on the Bedlam Bride, which is part of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. I think that's like book 3 or 4. Oh, book 6. Wow, good
Oh
for
wow,
me.
you went
Yeah,
through a lot.
I sure did. And then I just finished a few books. I'm still trying to learn how to navigate
Storygraph.
Storygraph. Recently read. Okay, so I finished. Oh, when did I finish this? February 5th. Oh, we haven't talked. When did we talk last? January?
January like 17th.
Oh, yikes. Okay, so since. That can't be true. Well, since January 17th, I finished Beware of Chicken 3. I finished Beware of Chicken 4. And I finished Beware of Chicken 5. This is an audiobook by Casual Farmer. I really have talked a lot about this. It's such an easy, slow pace, um, amazing, just amazing book. I highly recommend if you're looking into some like adventurous, emotional, funny. Um, it's very, definitely is like fantasy related. There are, um, they're cultivators, so they're like getting powerful and can do things and stronger than people.
Is it kind of in the style of a lit RPG?
No,
Okay.
no, it's more of the style of like
Linden?
Linden.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, and then I've also finished Dungeon Crawler Carl 5, The Butcher's Masquerade. This is another one. This is a lit RPG. I really like how it's written. I love the characters. I think they do a really good job with the character development. You do tend to fall in love with these characters, and there's a lot going on. The universe that they build, I think, is very detailed and very stunning, very believable in a so far fetched way, which has been great. I also finished a book by James Baldwin called Giovanni's Room. This is a book that I am reading as part of Michael and wait, who's Michael and Keisha? Yes, Michael and I couldn't remember like who actually started. Michael and Keisha's book club on Storygraph, and the February book that they chose was Giovanni's Room. I had never. It was written in 1956, and it's completely outside my realm lately of fantasy books, and even though it is fiction, it's based on the author's um kind of on his life a little bit. It's about I don't want to really I don't know how to explain it. It's an emotional book. I think it hits differently depending on where you are in your life. It's about a male who in the 50s is engaged, ended up moving to Paris. You learn that he develops feelings for another male. They start a relationship, but he's always very uncomfortable with that, very uncomfortable in his own skin. Um, Giovanni's the gentleman that he really falls in love with, but you never address the love piece of that in a traditional way. So it's really kind of just the story of how messy things can really get if society doesn't allow you to be yourself to the point where you can't even identify what being yourself actually means, and convincing yourself that you're not one way, or you don't feel certain ways, and but always being snapped back into kind of following like an instinct almost, like needing, for example, like the main character needing to get away from Giovanni because he doesn't believe in all of this, but still being drawn to him and finding himself, in a physical relationship, but not not accepting that almost inside. So it was really, it's an interesting story. It's extremely well written. It's a shorter book. I think I listened to it. So it was a 6-hour listen. So that's, that was easy to do. I do highly recommend that. Like I said, it was written in 1956, but it felt relevant today because it wasn't about what was happening in the times. It was really about how somebody who struggles to try to identify what they even are, who they even are. It was interesting. I think it'll be different for different people, if they read the book. And then I just finished. This is a leadership book called The Infinite Game by Simon Sinek.
Excuse me.
We had a summit that we had gone to at work, and one of the speakers there did a really amazing talk, and a lot of what he talked about referenced The Infinite Game by Simon Sinek. And so I wanted to listen to that book, so I just finished listening to that book. Just a great, story of, if anybody's into like leadership or any of that stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really it.
All right, ladies and gents, that is everything. We are 2 hours and 20 minutes in. Not bad for being gone for a month.
No,
so
if
you stuck around, we appreciate you sticking around for this. All of our show notes will be down below, and we should be back in 2 weeks. So we hope that you have a good 2 weeks, and we'll see you in a fortnight.
Bye.
Bye.